ready for war.
Stomping. I mean, that's pretty typical of Detroit. You know, we stomp cats out in Thames.
Okay.
So I mean, having big feet to crush you with kind of seems like.
Need to do?
Well, just so you know, you're on camera.
Okay.
Figure that out today.
All right.
So what brings you in today?
I am having a little bit of discomfort in my right, I'll say arm, but mostly wrist and hand area, maybe from here on up. And a little bit in my left, but mostly it's just all in my right hand. I've been bowling a lot. I've been hitting on the sim.
Are you back to two finger bowling, right?
I've never, that's all I do.
Never even went there.
I never, that feels weird. But also, which I've started to kind of realize, I'm on my phone a lot with my right hand. And I have my, I took it off and I've been trying to take it off, but I usually have like my wallet attached to the thing. So it's a little heavier, you know what I'm saying? And then the way that I'm doing it, so that's like where it's a lot of like discomfort and kind of pain. This is kind of the area of this and then this. So all of this is janky and jacked up. Yep.
That's it?
I mean, for the most part.
That's the main thing?
Yeah. That's really the key areas. I mean, I'm fine. I feel like my legs and stuff are okay. You know, fine. I'm not really having any like real back issues. If anything else, I would say like maybe my knees a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Is there anything that ever sets the wrist off, like all of a sudden you do something you like, dang, I knew I shouldn't have done that? Or does it just start out of nowhere, like you wake up and it's like, oh, today's a bad day with the wrist? Like,
no, it's just more so like it doesn't feel as strong as it was. Not like a super like I can't, you know, but it's just like, ah, damn, like it's just
in certain positions it feels weak and like giving out in certain places.
I don't even know if giving out would be the right word. It just feels worn. It feels, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Gotcha. So, is there any actual pain, or is it just discomfort?
It's a little. I would say discomfort more than pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it's pain, is it like a movement that's doing it, or is it just like a steady, like dull kind of pain?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that get ever above a 5, as far as on a 1 to 10 scale?
Kind of hovers around 5. It doesn't really like go crazy. I just need, obviously, golf coming up, you know, so I just need these things, mitts, you know. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to explain it the right way, but I don't know, because it's not. Again, it just feels like a discomfort, but also like again, like I've been doing this
like a fatigue.
Fatigue is the word. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, the reason why I asked is to be able to recommend stuff so you can kind of mitigate like stuff that's going to happen in the future, because you're not going to see me every week.
Yeah.
You know, so the whole point is to get you to a spot where, you know, throughout the rest of the season, you can prep yourself like before you go to sleep, when you wake up, so that every day is a good day, or at least a manageable day, until, you know, you get back and you're like, all right, now I really need another fix up again.
I'll tell you this, the other day I bowled. I started with I have these Tiger Balm patches.
Yeah, I remember telling me about that.
Yeah, love them to death. And then I have a brace, and my actual wrist really wasn't hurting, but my fingers were. But only because I used this other ball that I don't.
Is it a heavier ball?
It was a heavier ball than I usually ball. So, and if you need, I broke this wrist when I was a kid, so that might have something to do with it too.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has. The stuff that's happened in the past is obviously going to affect things that happen in the future, especially
30-some years.
So, but yeah, it's not like it's like, oh, like that's the big thing. It could be leading up to something, but most people that I see that play golf, bowl, they have like wrist issues, usually from fatigue, especially because there's not a stretch protocol for you to go through regularly.
I do this though. Like I try to, and I know that's not like a real stretches, but I do try to like do something where the joints kind of wake up a little bit.
No, and that's good for like mobilization, just getting like a warm up going. But when I say like a flexibility protocol, like you wouldn't just do that like right before the round. Like a flexibility protocol is you spending 10 10 to 20 minutes, even up to an hour, doing stretches and mobility stuff, flexibility to extend your flexibility, not just to get warmed up. Like I would tell you, never do your flexibility protocol before you play around. You just have like a warm up to get the body ready to play. Because when you're doing flexibility, like your muscles gonna be all loose, and the next thing you know, like you'll pull something because you're super loose. That's not what we're going for. For flexibility, yes, but not like in the warm up stage. The flexibility stuff will be like I said, like before you go to sleep and when you wake up, so that you're getting the body loose enough to prepare for the day. And then by the time you get around to playing, as long as it's like not right after you wake up, you should be, have gotten some of that elasticity back. So it's not like you're just loose, you've gotten some of that stretchy back, so it's tight and give you that pop. Okay. Let me actually have you, I want you to sit like this. So, is your hand relaxed? No, I want you to squeeze your hand all the way like this and then just let it go and just relax.
Do it again.
Yeah, I just want you to relax your hand. I don't want you to force it open, just let it relax. Just want to see how much your fingers curl. Because like ideally you want your hand to be almost open. But see, like my hand's curling back in because I'm always working on somebody, so I have to do more flexibility stuff, but that's also a part of the strength. So I'm just looking at your hand right there to see how much is curling back. Any pain, discomfort in here?
Kind of hurt a little bit. Not crazy. Going down is fine.
Any pain in here?
Not pain, no.
Feel that chunky. Yeah, so you got all these bones in here. There's 9 bones in here, and obviously any bone that's out of alignment is not going to feel good. You're all rubbing up against each other. You're trying to keep this position or keep this position, and it's just going to not feel too great. Any pain, discomfort in here?
I mean, it's a little discomfort from you poking at it.
Not fun. Okay. Let me have you on the table on your back.
Should I take this off?
No, you should be good. Do you normally sleep on your back or on your side? Or?
All over the place. Both, all. Stomach, side, back. Every which way.
You got no rhyme, no reason.
Nope, I move around an awful lot.
Does this feel like weird when I rotate your arm out like that? Does it feel making a face?
Just, I'm not used to a massage gun in that area. That's all. And GL Boys down in Orlando right now.
Oh.
Or the little chitlin thing that they do every year. I don't know if you knew it. It'd be great to talk to you about it.
Chitlin circuit?
I was trying to go. It's a lot of money out there. He said it's like 30 some people, and it's all the bets are pre-made and money is collected, and yeah, they got. Did he say different flights too? But he said it's real. He said he won a little bit of cash last year and didn't play good.
I like the sound of that.
Can't wait to see the ball fly, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm with you. I went to the range last week and it was 20 degrees. I was committed. I was like, no, I'm not turning around. I'm not going back. I'm gonna hit these balls.
You go to Royal Oak or something?
No, I was at the new spot.
They got heated bays?
Yeah, heated bays.
Okay.
It was crazy because I got there and I expected to be the only guy there. There's an old guy out there with his walking cart and his full bag. I get out there and I'm like, okay, like maybe he's been out here a while, and he should leave before I get done. And I only have a small bucket. It's like 40 balls.
He was the first one in the gym, last one to go.
Oh, bruh. He was talking to me the whole time. It's like, spring's coming. It's gotta come sometime. I'm like, you're right, cause I'm feeling this out here. This is not it.
Right.
I rushed through those balls so quick. I never rush through balls, but this time I was like, I'm not even gonna pull out the 7-iron. I'm just gonna hit some wedges, just pick some targets, and work on that. Now look at this. You see this? I'm pulling his bicep and it's just rotating his whole arm. That's not terrible, but I should be able to at least rotate a little bit without the whole arm just coming. So we want to try to release a little bit of this so the arm has a little bit more, I would say, room to stretch and give, because otherwise, he's going to end up pulling his shoulders in, trying to manufacture some length or create space because he can't get it any other kind of way. There we go. See? Not as much. Still a little bit, but that's fine. A little bit's okay.
A lot of it, not so much.
Yeah. I had a guy come in a couple weeks ago. I pushed his shoulder like this. His whole head flopped to one side. I pushed the other side. The whole head flopped to the other side. I said, "Oh, that's not how that's supposed to work."
Say no, sir.
Like, you're gonna have problems driving, my friend.
No, sir.
I saw you on your podcast last night.
Oh,
You and Meg and Coach. That is so odd.
What?
That Forrest's aunt is a coach and he's so bad at golf.
She's not a coach.
Doesn't it say Coach Nicole?
Yes. I will ask her when we get out there, because she is the worst golfer.
Because it sounded like, maybe I'm confused because it sounded like she was coaching up Meg.
She might be a life coach. That's what I'm guessing, because it's for damn fuck sure sake, not a golf coach. Like, not.
That might be why her and Meg know each other. Because I guess Meg's like in wellness or something.
Oh, maybe. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, she been trying to get me to come on their live for a while, and I said yes one time. I forgot.
Wow, it's so not like you.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah. Did you watch it or any of it?
Yeah, I watched part of it. I listened to y'all talk about what were y'all talking about?
Gambling?
No, it was before the gambling. It was. Oh no, yeah. Meg's face when you pulled out the money for the Monopoly, she was just in awe, like, and she just sat back and was just like, cause you and Coach Nicole were still talking about the game, and I just felt like she was just like, I don't know what's happening here. This is not my life. Like I don't. Who lives this way? And it's funny because I made a post on the Tickety Tockety, and it was because I walked out of the store yesterday. I went to go see Brian, check on him, and dude's talking to the lady at the counter. He's like, it sounded like whoever he was talking about owed him money, but it turned out to be FanDuel. And he was like, I'm not paying you guys till you figure out your money for me. He's like, I've spent over $322,000 in the last 3 years. I said, what? Sir, I don't know you, but you don't look like you have $300,000.
Right.
But you gambled that?
Yes.
Wow. So my question to my TikTok followers and viewers was, what are you doing out there? What's your gambling strategy? How much have you spent in the last few years? And my question is, how much did you make?
I think right now I'm down 1,000, and shit. I think my
total that I've gambled is close to might be 290,000, something like that.
Gee whiz. Over how many years?
Like 7. I could pull it up once we're done, but I looked at it. I was like, but I'm so much less than like the Tommies in the forest and shit.
Oh
of the
yeah,
world.
but it's still staggering to think.
Oh, it is.
You know, that amount of money going into
Oh my God, yeah.
something that and like you said, most you haven't won.
Yeah.
You're not up.
Nope.
Because the one person posted on mine, he said, I can look it up. I think he spent 522,000 over 500 something thousand over 5 years, and he was not up. He was down like 30K.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm down like 1,000, and I feel terrible. And I haven't opened the app in a while because of that. but no, people get so freaking amazed at that Monopoly. I'm like, if they ask, I tell them it's not real money. But if they want to think it's real money, then cool. It's on them shit. But we play for real money, but the real money is $10. That's oh.
Deep breaths, relax your arm, relax your back, relax your chest. Oh yeah, feel that letting go. Yeah. So right now we got his arm in a bit of a rotation and a stretch, and I try to get people to think about like a rubber band. Most people have messed with like an old rubber band where part of it's dried out and part of it still kind of has that elasticity in it. Sometimes that's how I think about certain muscles, because in certain spaces, if you think about like a long string or rope, it'll be elastic in one place or straight in one place, and it'll be knotted up in others. So you'll have like a knot and a straight and a knot and a straight. So it's kind of working out that line of tension, because that affects this entire kinetic chain of the arm and then up into the shoulder, which is generally where most of this is starting. And then you kind of start compensating in the lower. The further down you go, the further away from the point of stability. So like he said, he was bowling, but he used a wrist brace. So now with your wrist braced, you don't have the same strength to access in your forearm as much. So now you've got to use your fingers to control that weight a little bit more. So the brace is acting, it helps you to like keep this stable, but it reduces the amount of strength you can apply at this position. So good in certain instances, but not in all. One of the main things to think about potentially doing is using a light ball.
The crazy part. So last week or whatever, the last time I bowled, I had bowled a 240 something, and I had taken 2 balls. I have 2 balls. So one is a Tito's plastic ball that I got drilled and cut or whatnot. It's lighter. And then Theon gave me a ball. And I've been trying to get Theon's ball, and I just can't figure it out. So I stopped. Like the game before I bowled a 245, I just put it in the bag. Like, I'm not even gonna touch this bitch. Bowled the 245 with the little plastic ball, right? So the other day, Saturday, I only took the plastic ball. First game, it just stopped moving. Couldn't do nothing. So I grabbed a house, or I went around looking. Do you know, I found, it might have been damn near the same ball. I really think it might have been the same ball. But the zone that I used to have back in the day, blue with like the neon green logo.
Yeah.
Found the exact ball, but it looked like this is why I think it's the same like my ball. It looked like it had been through a time, and one of the little finger holes was gone, and I still bowl with it. And went fucking nuts. The bitch had the same spin, same everything, man, but it was heavy. I couldn't let it go, and I took it on with me.
Oh, did you now?
Absolutely.
We're gonna cut that out.
I steal. It's like,
What bowling alley was that?
Mayflower, holla at me. Come and get me. And Redford on Plymouth.
To be specific.
And everybody worked there was mean, so fuck them. They were mean. They were not nice.
Oh.
A little bit racist.
You need a bowling alley review. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Do not go.
No, I'll be back because the lanes were okay, but I'm gonna be mean back.
Pain there?
A little bit. Oh, did you do a video on Kyrie last night?
No, I'm gonna do one after you leave. Cause I just saw it. I was watching I was watching Washington and Miami. I felt bad. Here's a couple things. I feel bad for Mid because he does not deserve to be in basketball purgatory.
Right.
He don't deserve that, all right?
Right.
There's somebody else on that team that don't deserve to necessarily be there. But they look so much better as a young team without Jordan Poole playing. Like, they don't look as pretentious. They don't look as, like, frazzled. It's all falling apart. They look like they have some sense of chemistry. Because it's Mid and a veteran player on that team. Oh, Marcus Smart. That's who it is.
Oh, wow. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so both of them are
I
on
didn't
that
know
team.
where he ended up.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him out there. I was like, oh, there you go. All right, and then I was like, oh,
There you go.
like, that's not. So I'm happy to see Smart out there. I'm happy to see Mid out there. I'm just not a fan of them on Washington's team.
Yeah.
But like I said, they look so much better as a young squad without Jordan Poole playing. If he could get his attitude together or whatever's going on, maybe they can, start to look like something and, give me some kind of hope as a timeline for them to become a competitive team. But right now, they look like that's the way they're gonna be. And Miami, like, I just don't know what they're missing. Like Bam's not big enough to me to be like a full-time center.
Right.
He's not, and I don't mean to be as an insult. He's just not skilled enough to be like a premier power forward.
Yeah, to be like your number one option.
Right, he's not your number one option. As good as he is.
And then Tyler Hero not good enough to be your number one option.
Right. Like, I think they're 2 and 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy really isn't a 1. I feel like he's definitely a 2, but like a solid like 2+ or even like a 1C type deal where like he's like your the heartbeat of your team. He does all the defensive stuff, all the little offensive things to really get things going when things are falling apart, and it doesn't end up in the stat sheet. So, but without him, like, I don't know where they I was thinking about it yesterday. I think for players, Miami is probably the best and worst team ever.
Correct.
Like, best because it'll bring your life back if you follow their protocols.
But worse because you got to follow the protocols.
No.
What?
It's worse because, like, you are nothing to them. The moment you slip, you nobody. No matter how much you've done. It's Wade County, and they threw him away like he was nothing. Like he was nobody. Like, go back to Chicago.
Yeah.
Go back. We don't care about you no more. That hurts. To a player, to a person, you've given your life to something, and then they just like, well, you're not as productive, so we just don't even want to negotiate this deal. You can go. You can. And that's how it was with Butler. And that's how it would have been with LeBron. But LeBron saw the writing on the wall, was like, I'm out.
What have you done for me lately?
So now we're working on the ribs, these intercostals here. Because think about this. When you try to lift your arm, what's pulling? So you got the intercostals, your ribs trying to expand. You got your traps, your rhomboids all trying to pull this way. And you got no space to go there. Loosen that up. And what happens is all this goes down right into the wrist because everything's just pulling this way. And that's what you say. You start off with saying, like, got tension right over in here. Where's that coming from? All the way down up in here and down here. Still got a lot to work out in there.
Ooh.
Yep. All these bones for him are stuck. So we've got to free up the myofascial space in here, we got to create space this way so we can create space here so we can get this to have some release. Mind you, I'm not doing this to him. He brought this in here.
Man. The women of the Southeast division of Tito's. You know what they doing?
No.
Yesterday and today, they were all flown down to TPC Sawgrass to get lessons. And they have 3 sessions at amazing TPC courses around their market. And apparently the 3rd one, they're all going to be gifted.
Is that a club?
Yes. I'm like, why is my region whack? Like, they be doing cool shit. Like, we don't be doing nothing, bro. Like, nothing.
I would ask that question is like, and just in like, we don't have anything to even compare that to. I'm not saying we got golf, but dang.
Give me some money or something.
Can we do a ski trip or a beach trip or something?
We going to Floribama in August, but
But that's everybody, right?
nah, that's just my region, central region, but still, it's not the same because they're also going somewhere, but this is something totally different. This is they feel like their women employees or reps' lives will be enriched and their professional careers will be better if they know how to golf. I'm like, yo, y'all, I love this company. I was like, this is great.
I mean, maybe, but you kind of gotta golf. You can't just like have 3 lessons and some clubs and think it's gonna do something. Like,
Right.
I mean, you need a year of lessons, and like you put them in a league or something. You know, have them in like a league. Like, oh, we got our own like weekly like job league. We go out and we just really only out there for a couple hours. We only finish 6 holes because we suck.
Yeah. I think B Tuck gonna have a crazy good year this good season, man. This dude be on the sim just going nuts.
We'll see. I saw him in Ahmad little video he posted the other day, and he just dropped the driver. I'm like, bruh. As he called me, he was trying to get some coaching. He was like, yeah, I need to learn how to not care, and I'm like, all right. Like, I mean, I can tell you and teach you, but it's not a one thing. It's not a one-step thing. It's a multi-stage thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I was like, bro, like, everything you do is indicative that you hate yourself or that you feel like you're not worth.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody's stuff is so much more important, then that means you feel like you're so much less.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing. Like, you gotta not necessarily believe like you're more important than everybody else, but like you gotta at least like value yourself in a way a little bit more. Relax your head. And that's probably pretty hard because I was like, you lie to yourself every day saying certain things, and that's kind of like number one to at least kind of like just stop saying stupid shit out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can think it if you want, I guess, but just don't say it as a start.
I had that same conversation with Tony yesterday, but I think he might be. Yeah, I don't want to say he a lost cause, but this fool in our family chat. Now I don't know if I ever told you about this family chat, but it
Or
hurt.
that she don't ever respond.
Yep, she don't ever do nothing. She don't post no pictures. She don't do nothing. But Tony, every day, 30 times a day, picture of the kids in the morning, picture of something, picture of this, picture of that, a news article from something about something, like, you know, all day. All day is him and my dad. And my mom may chime in, but that's like it. And he texted the chat yesterday, my boss just got fired, not sure what's to come or if there will be a reorg or something.
Oh, that shit.
So I said, I chimed in the chat like,
Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your shoulder. So what'd you say?
I said, why? No, I said positive thoughts. I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with you. I was like, and instead of what's the worst that could happen, what's the best that could happen? I was like, you could be the new boss.
Right.
They could be trying to promote you, but your ass can't even get out your own head and think positive where like it's just always gloom. I'm like, bro, like you are insane. So I called him like, Tony, you want your wife to respect you. You want her to feel secure and comforting and all of this, and you share that type of information with that type of response from you. I was like, regardless of how you felt or you thought the message you were sending, that is, you showed a lot of insecurity for no fucking reason. No one asked, you didn't have to share that with anyone. And if you did, why you ain't just hit me or somebody that...
Right, somebody, something direct.
Yeah, why you gotta, like, involve Tiffany? Like, that's why she don't fucking... Like, you've been in and out of jobs since y'all been married. Like, this it's not like she making this shit up. You didn't had a mental breakdown at one of the jobs, like, and now this, like, bro, you're not doing yourself no favors, and you bring all of this shit on yourself. So, no, you're right, man. And I'm like, Do you do a good job? Yes. Well, but I was like, I didn't stop with the but, nigga. Do you do a good job? Yes. Okay. Why do you feel like your job will be interpreted? Well, I didn't say that. I said, okay. Well, then why'd you even text that? The hell? Like, walk me through.
You putting out new shit.
Right. And I was just like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like, you gotta start to change your way you think, man, because nothing's gonna change as long as you always think the negative. But yeah, just like a mob, man. Like, you gotta do different if you want to be different.
I saw this cool thing today. I don't know if he'll see it. He might, and I don't know when they're starting it. But basically, it's called the Forged Golf Tour, and the dude's trying to do like it's no entry fees. You know, and it's supposed to be like a real golf tour, like 26 tournaments and 4 majors a year. But basically, the guys that are gonna get in will have to sell like these physical tokens or products or something to like get in. So there's a merch sale, but there's obviously a way they're funding this, and it's through like the sale of like these products and things like that. So, but I think it's a cool idea to try to get people in to be able to participate. And you know, it's real money. You know, you're talking about 45 grand, you know, for a win, you know, in a major, you know, potentially like, you know, 100 grand for second place. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's talking about, you know, +5s and +6 handicaps, you know, to be able to compete, but, you know, not have to get stuck trying to, you know, vie for 20 spots on the Korn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour Americas, where you're literally looking at, you know, the same 150, 200 guys throughout the year, and it's like another, you know, 400 or 500 that are just as good that you'll never see, with better personality potentially. So he's trying to bring that out, which I like. It's a good idea. So I'm definitely gonna try to link up with that and see like where tournaments are, and if I can maybe be like one of the therapists on site, some shit like that. Even if I'm not playing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for a mob, man, this nigga has the worst attitude ever, and like I think honestly his life could immediately change if he just changed his attitude, like immediately.
100%.
That nigga could get a car if he changed his attitude. I talk to him about that shit all the time. Well, where am I ever gonna learn how to drive if no one ever lets me drive? Because no one wants to be around you. I would take you driving, nigga, if you was like, wasn't a fucking nigga.
I thought about, you know, letting him hold on to the Subaru for a while. I mean, obviously I don't have it because, you know.
I'm sorry.
Good old Pete. Let me have you go face down.
Hey, look at this. Is that? It look like it's. Am I tripping? No.
What are you tripping about? This bulge right here?
Yeah. Cause I don't know what. It just felt something very weird over here, which I didn't hear. But what you said? Flip around.
Yeah. Did that just happen? Is that what you just felt it?
Yeah, I just felt it. It's weird.
We'll address that.
Pip face in here.
Yep. Does it feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
You need to raise it or lower it? Is it good?
I'm good.
So just from a touch perspective, we got this side all tight and this side not as much. So what I'm feeling is this is already just rotated like this. This calf over here feels much more tense than this one. Yeah, this feels all tight and fibrous. Both these hammies are messed up. Yeah, this is just this side for the most part. But that's his right side. That's his fire side for that good old golf swing.
50 mile per hour swing, Steve.
Oh yeah, He's got a major speed.
Nigga Rory last night, 188.
I definitely feel bad for the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually do think on paper their squad is
Better with
oh my. I mean with AD, you got AD, Kyrie, Clay, and then you got all your bigs, and plus your supporting cast, which was already dynamite. I mean really, you just traded one piece for the big premier forward that you needed that could have taken you over the edge to the finals last year. Because I mean the Mavs. I don't want to say
they were in the finals. You mean
to win the finals. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they lost mainly because of size, but
They lost because Boston was stacked.
yeah.
Like Boston's stacked. Nigga, they got 3. They should have had 4 Olympians. Like that's crazy. Drew and Derek White and Tatum, and
And Brown.
definitely should have been Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Like what? That's crazy.
You see, when I push his body like this, basically his whole upper body goes with it. See, look at this. There's a little bit of independence, but not much. See, what we want to happen is that this moves by itself almost, and this stays stable. That's where you get that flexibility and you're able to turn and have more room to open up and clear. So, see what we can accomplish here for him. For the young man. We're just gonna do some light myofascial. A lot of times when things are really taut and tense, you're just trying to dig into them, doesn't help. You know, people start flinching in pain and they hold on. I don't want them to flinch in pain. I want them to just relax, breathe, and just let this all kind of like melt away. It's like when you're slowly working away at a knot, you know, like a knot that's actually in shoestring, and you're just like pulling it just to get a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. That's kind of what we're working on. And that little bit more is all going to affect going down to the wrist. Keep your leg relaxed. I'm gonna lift this up. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those divot dudes are an inspiration.
Like the concept. I'm doing scripted though. Not scripted, but like walking up to some random dude. They know him. I think.
Which one?
And it was like he's zero handicap, and it was like prove it, play with us, play a couple holes. One of you sent it to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of them I think, yeah, they do know him because they'll say, like, oh, like, they told us to go challenge this guy, you know, and they probably called him and say, like, you know, hey, when you meet us out here, we'll come, you know, try to run a match or something together. So,
Yeah, well, he was at the one you sent me. My homeboy was at the range.
yeah, you know, both of them I sent you, because one was a pro golfer and one he said he was a 0 or a 3 or whatever, and he ended up shooting 6 under.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. That was the first one I watched too, and I was like, see, these dudes.
6 under.
I mean, they're literally just having fun. Like it's like, hey, you just want to go off 2v1,
Yeah.
and it's just them and like one other guy out there, or he said their manager or something.
So that's what me, Meg, and Nicole were talking about yesterday. It was like, you know, I really like your content. Let's talk about your content a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And she was, Meg was like, she really likes what Nicole did when they went somewhere. She said they showed up and Nicole had hired a videographer.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I mean, she would love to do that for every round, but she was like, it was $300. And I was like, well, see, that's where we need to again get this YouTube platform where everybody can post our shit, and maybe we play, let's say everybody once a month, we got 6 content creators, everybody put in 50 each, you know what I'm saying, where yeah, we doing this, and but we not we don't have to cover the entire cost, and we all sharing the content, we putting it on the platform, we splitting money, you know what I'm saying, like that type of thing. Like I feel like that's probably what I mean. Good got their own crew and everybody do their own thing and cameras and stuff, but the same concept though. That's what they were saying. They were like, you get all your friend. I was like, I want people to film me and make fun of me too. But I'm always the camera guy, so you know the narrative is what I say it is.
Yeah. Final edit.
You know.
See how much more his body's moving without me. Like it's moving so much more independently. Like yes, it's much less. See, like look at that. Look at that. I haven't even worked on this side. This side could definitely use a little work, but you know, can't fix everything in one day. Okie dokie. Flip over for me. So who won last night?
I won the first game. Lauren won the second game.
Of course she did.
Huh?
Said of course she did.
Yeah. She been on a little cold streak though. Before that, I ain't gonna lie, that bitch was on fire, nigga. I'm like, God damn. That's cause niggas was doing dumb deals with her, man. I'm hating now. I'm like, look, guys, she has $1,000 bill right up under there. As soon as you make this deal,
She's buying
right,
and you're paying.
I'm like, y'all, cause we took all of the game has been so much more fun. We took all of that like immunity and crazy deals off the table. You can't do it.
Okay.
Since you gotta pay. Everybody gotta pay. You know, you can slide, none of that. It's a good game though. It's an interesting game yesterday.
I mean, yeah. You in the middle of a podcast.
Right.
Like, I don't even have to focus.
That's the game I won.
That's what's up.
Ooh. Ma said he's like, I don't really care for Meg. I was like, well, I thought y'all was cool. He's like, no, she's cool, but I heard that she had an event and didn't invite me because of the way I am. I was like, what does that mean? I'm confused. I guess she had like some. He didn't even know, so I was like, how you like making this like up in your head? But
Right, that all of a sudden you don't like her because she didn't invite you to something that you might have not fit in with anyway.
exactly.
What if it was all women's?
Exactly. Yep.
There it is. Look at that floppy foot. Compared to this not floppy foot. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the reason why Sean's feet, well, they suck, is because, well, you know, no offense, we like Nikes. We like shoes. We like all types of shoes.
All times.
But I can't say that they like our feet. They're small, they squeeze you in, lock you into place. I mean, you know, they've done studies on whether the highs or the lows give you more stability. It's really no different. So, same number of people rolling their ankles, twisting their feet, all of that stuff. But the kicker is that you got no room to actually spread your feet. They just lock you into a little box, like a little prison. A little prison for your tootsies. It's not a happy place, let me tell you. When people are like, oh, my feet, people, if your feet stink or hot and sweaty, you might want to, you know, reconsider the size of your shoe. Maybe giving them a little bit more room to breathe because your feet are hot. Just, you're naturally a hotter person. Your feet are hot because you move or whatever the reason. But don't do that. Don't put your feet in prison. Get some better shoes. Get a wide shoe, get a wide toe shoe. You know, try a different brand. But don't just succumb to the fashion. It's okay if you do. Just know You were warned. I can feel his whole foot opening up from this stretch. Just
That's crazy because I can too.
what I just noticed is that his foot is also affected by the way his neck is. So turn your head back to the right, and I can feel it slightly tighten. I'm gonna have you just hold here for a second. And see, there it's letting go now. And that was all in the center of the foot, just from him turning his head a little bit. So let's have you go back to center and then turn your head to the left. Okay, I didn't get much of anything there, so that's good.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh,
That's
shit.
the spot right there.
Ah, fuck. Ooh.
So people, if you ever wonder why like all of a sudden people are getting non-contact injuries to their ankle and their Achilles, this is why. You know, you've got, just imagine each section as its own complex. If I tighten the top of this complex, everything below it gets tighter. So if we've got a curve like we do here at the ankle and the heel, we're likely going to find more stress around that area. See that? I'm not even putting a lot of pressure. So that means he's one step away from plantar fasciitis.
Oh.
So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna aggravate that. Hopefully, we got enough battery juice in here to just get this to calm down a little bit.
What is that from?
What's that?
Say, what is that from? Why is it because I never, like, I don't use, well, I clearly use that muscle to walk or something, but, like, what is that pain? Like, God.
Well, so you've got a group of muscles that interface down here at the heel, okay, right below your ankle, okay, and then that ties in to all your calf muscles, Achilles, soleus, all this good stuff here. So like I was saying, like at this curved juncture here, if you're already extremely tight at the calf, we're going to experience tightness down here. And vice versa, if you're tight at the foot on the bottom because either you're not planting properly or you don't have enough room to stretch and plant and create space here, so you're not always tight, then again we're going to create a tension at one point, and then at this curve again we're going to find more pain, more tension. People roll their ankles a lot, have a lot of ankle popping because we've got a lot of tension created here from either pulling on this side of the line or pulling on this side of the line, just basic on that side. So
Gotcha.
and then, you know, we've probably got, oh yeah, this is gonna pop. So that therein lies the other piece. Is like the constant pulling this way is going to pull the structure, which are the bones. It's going to pull that in this direction, and there cause again like more rubbing, more tightness, more overall dysfunction, which we're avoiding. And the whole reason why I was doing this was really because like this leg presents shorter than this leg, so I'm trying to loosen this leg up I can pop your hip a little bit or this ankle, whichever one's going to create the space to get it back so that you're level on the bottom and you're not, half an inch higher on one side.
Oh, what? Maybe that's why I can't go.
No, but it could be. Oh, we. That feel better.
Ah! My baby toe.
You're all right.
Ah!
Still alive?
I don't know.
We got one more thing.
All the simulation.
That's true. Up your head for me. Yeah.
This is where he kills me.
Not my best buddy.
This nigga waited 43 years.
Well, that would be like a ways like, what are we gonna do for golf this year? Like, who's gonna plan the trips? Hands this side, all right. Deep breath in and there. You're not dead. Wiggle your toes. Still work. So let's have you roll. Actually, don't move. Don't move. I already remember the last thing that I wanted to do.
Yep.
Because he doesn't stretch. He lies. He lies. Let's put this. Let me get the pen. There we go. Yeah, that way. That way. Turn your head that way. There we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's get some stretch and go.
Oh man. Yeah. I stretch, but it's hard to get this stretch by yourself. Or not this exact stretch, but this.
Yeah, good job.
Wow. Oh wow.
Look at that. I gotta do this first. Jeez. Relax your leg. Relax your leg. There you go. See that, people? This, you should be able to go to a 90-degree angle. All of you. Look at that. I'm stuck here. You should be able to do this with ease. We haven't even gotten there yet. Still a good, what do you call that, 10 degrees? Maybe 6? And look how his leg buckles when we adduct away from the center, when we abduct, excuse me, away from the center, right? So that means that this internal rotator, this is a steel cable, ladies and gentlemen. Just light pressure. We're not doing a lot. He's got half a stretch, half of a, this isn't really a trigger point. close to it. Just trying to get some up. Got some opening, got some releasing. There we go. That softened a bit. See if we can get a little bit more. Look at that. Look at that. So much better. So much better. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. With ease. Some rotation going. That's right. I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just, my hand's just resting here. His body's just letting go, releasing, creating more space. Rotate. Hey, look at that. I'm not doing that. But just look at all this release. Just think about that. Every time he's golfing and rotating, he's golfing with all of this tension built up through the season, through the years. I mean, I don't think I need to tell you. Probably not good for your game.
Nope. Ah. Oh. Ooh, shit. They calling me. Ugh.
All right, buddy. Take your time. When you're ready, roll on your side and sit up, and just take your time. Don't rush it. I want to hear how you feel and make sure you're in one piece.
Oh, man. Oh man, feel good. feel loose, which is good because tight is bad. I feel the release in my my right arm, especially, but both arms and hands, but definitely the right arm. And I definitely feel it in my ankles as far as the whatever work you did to kind of loosen up something in there. I feel it.
You're gonna definitely want to drink a lot of water today. We moved around a lot of stuff. Usually all this is held in place by a chemical process. It's a combination of chemical and mechanical. So when we release that mechanical stuff, we want to make sure you drink a lot of water. You should have your feet more under you now. So it should feel like you probably a little bit more balanced. I definitely recommend you getting some toe spacers.
Okay.
Open up the toes so you got more room. It shouldn't affect your shoes too much.
Like in the shoes?
No, you
like
don't need
wear them with the shoes?
No, you don't need to do that yet. I mean, that is a progression if your shoes allow it. But I would just say try to give yourself a little bit of space. Just working on your feet. So try them at night, 20 minutes, just resting. You use your massage gun while they're in, hit your foot. That'll help just to not create.
Where should I wear my toe spacers? Like to sleep or just like?
Just when you chill on the
sitting down?
couch watching, whenever you're watching something, pop them off for like 20 minutes.
Pick a good one. Let me know what.
See, I got these right here.
These.
Yeah, I mean those are like basic, easy, simple. That's all you need. Nothing crazy right now. Just something to create some space, create some relief, so your feet aren't like constantly closing up based on your shoes. Like if you look at the point of your shoes, it got you like pointed, so you want to have a little bit more space so you create more stability, more surface ground area to push off of.
I ain't been on the way.
Just that quick. I need to have an affiliate link.
Yeah, you do. Oh man. Lord Jesus. Thank you.
You don't have a meeting today, do you?
I have a long day. I have a lot to do. I have a bar crawl that that I'm sponsoring. So yeah, I need to go to the warehouse, grab some stuff. I'm gonna try to take a nap because I gotta go crazy tonight. So
He said they gotta go crazy.
yeah,
You wild boy.
I am actually. I am a wild boy. I'm a wild boy.
Y'all heard it here first. Golf bro number 1 is wild and out of control.
That right.
Well, this is the Body Genius and Golf Bros signing off. So I'll see you out there.
He's the man.
And
He's the man.
And as you know, golf is better
With the bros. Let's go.